Hello everybody, in conjunction with my vehicle's core video, here's the vehicle damage table. Let's get right into it. The vehicle damage table is what happens when you roll a penetrating hit. This is a list of 5 different negative outcomes that harm the vehicle further. This is done by rolling a d6 and comparing results. This can be modified by having high AP weapons with either AP2 or AP1. Now, you might recall from my previous video that there is no such thing as a saving throw of 1 or more. This is where bonuses on the damage table come in. Shooting a vehicle with a weapon of AP2 gives a +1 bonus, and AP1 gets a +2. When rolling the dice for vehicle damage, you're going to be adding this bonus. A result of 1 to 3 is crew shaken. Until the end of that vehicle's next turn, you can only fire snapshots. Snapshots, as a reminder, are shooting to hit on 6s. This is intense for vehicles, as most of them are going to be your gun platforms. Effectively castrating that ability for a whole turn is going to make it effectively useless in shooting. However, this isn't even the worst outcome. A result of 4 is crew stunned. This is the same effect as crew shaken, with the added drawback of not being able to move. If you're a flyer, you move 18 inches forward without pivoting. This is brutal to vehicles with weaker backsides. If you've already received this hit, chances are your enemy can maneuver further behind that vehicle to target the juicier backside. Unless you have backup for this tank or a high armor value to rely upon, this result can easily result in an engine kill for your enemy. A result of 5 is weapon destroyed. 1 weapon on your vehicles, chosen randomly, is destroyed. To do this, you assign each weapon you have, including upgrade weapons such as pintle weapons and missiles. For this roll, you do not count weapons that have expended their ammunition, such as with one-use weapons. Roll the dice. Whichever weapon has been selected as that number, it is removed from that vehicle. This can neuter a piece of artillery or heavy tank whose main weapon is, for all intents and purposes, their only source of damage. Most side weapons are only going to be doing paltry damage after all. Thankfully for you, you can at least ram your vehicle or do tank shock, which weirdly enough is done in the shooting phase. Movement phase. Tank shock and ram is done during the movement phase. A result of 6 is the highest you can go without a high AP weapon. This is immobilized. For chariots, you just count this as crew stunned, as it can't really be immobilized. However, if this is a zooming flyer, there's a chance this could just be a crash and burn. On a roll of 4 up, this is destruction for you. On a roll of 3 or less, it's just crew stunned. But what does immobilize do? Well, it does exactly as it says. You can no longer move for the rest of the game. It's going to be a big hamper to your entire army, as that vehicle might have been blocking a vital objective or pathway. In addition, if you're already immobilized because this result has already happened, or you drove over terrain that knocked you out, it instead deals an additional whole point of damage. No save allowed. A result of 7 or higher is a death stroke. Explodes. Or in the case of flyers, crash and burn. Every model within D6 of this vehicle suffers a single strength 4 hit. Notice I say model. Every single model within D6 inches suffers a hit. The D6 inches makes you roll a D6 to determine the range of the blast. For aircraft, this is even more intense. Place a large blast marker on the flyer. I don't have one, but it's supposed to be a 5-inch circle. It then automatically scatters 2d6 inches, so you'll need scatter dice for this. I'll also be covering scatter in another video. Anyways, roll the scatter dice and move the template in the direction of the arrow. There will be an arrow on the dice, but again, I can't show it to you currently. It'll move the 2d6 inches you'll have needed to roll. Every model within 6 inches suffers a strength 6 hit. They still get to make their saving throw, and the wound roll still needs to be made, but it can still prove pivotal in any combat. Well, anyways, thank y'all for joining this brief conjunction video. See y'all later.